Hey everyone, my name's Joelle and I'm a reseller on Poshmark, and today I am going to show you all my first box of clothes I am sending to sell on ThredUp. So if you haven't heard of ThredUp, ThredUp is an online consignment store. You send in items and they either accept or reject them. If you want the items sent back to you, you pay $10.99. That is what I am doing so that if they don't accept them, I will either try to send them in again another time or sell them on Poshmark. So I have a total of 27 items that I am sending in. You are allowed to send up to 30 pounds with the emailed shipping label that they send you. So I definitely tried to send all the way up to 30 pounds. I think I am at about 25 to maybe 28 pounds. So if I find a few other shirts, then I might just throw them in there. But right now I am happy with these 27 items. And again, this is my first time sending clothes into ThredUp. I have done a lot of research on what brands do really well, and that research came from a couple YouTube channels that I definitely want to shout out for you guys. Faith Hommes is one, and Rebecca the Reseller is another. They have a lot of courses and free content to share with you all about strategies to selling on ThredUp. So I feel very confident with the items and brands that I am sending in that I will make a profit. So I do want to let you all know that a lot of these items have been pre-owned by myself. They were from my personal closet, so my cost of goods I am just counting as zero because a lot of these items are 5 to 6 years old and I either don't remember buying them or they were gifted to me. So I'm definitely using this box as kind of a trial run to see how much profit I can make. But I do also have a lot of items that I did thrift. So first I'm going to show you all my thrifted items and I will let you all know the approximate cost of goods, and then I will show you all my pre-owned items that I'm sending in. All right, my first thrifted item are these Michael Kors black slacks. They're gonna be really hard to capture on camera, which is why I am having a horrible luck selling them on Poshmark. If you know anything about Michael Kors, you know that their clothing does not sell really well. If you have shoes or purses and accessories, they're gonna sell a lot better. So I spent $1.25 on these, which was a great deal, but I'm really just ready to get these out of my closet. So they're just a classic pair of career pants. Next up, I have this Banana Republic blue lace blouse. It has a bell sleeve. It's very cute, a size extra small, and I thrifted this for 98 cents. Next up, I have a new with tags altered state dress. It has a very big sleeve. It's this beautiful floral pattern with some great button detailings. This dress retails for $80, and I got a really good deal for it at Goodwill. I got it for $5, thinking that it would sell really well on Poshmark because of the higher retail value, but it has been sitting for so long, and I have a few other altered state pieces, and they also have been sitting for a very long time. So I did some research on ThredUp and discovered that I could get anywhere from $8 to $10 for dresses. And I think that because this is new with tags, I will get maybe a little bit more. So I will be very happy to just get a few dollars of profit. Next up, I have this Ecru Suede Tea. I don't even know how to describe this pattern, but it has these little holes in it, but it's not super see-through. It's a very cute top. It just feels very nice. I got this at the bins, and my cost of goods, can't exactly remember, but it was lower than $1.50. So Ecru has a very high retail value, and it has been sitting with not even a like on Poshmark. So I'm ready to get this out of my closet. Next up is another bins purchase. It is a J.Crew navy blouse. A great business casual top. The sleeves are kind of a mesh material. It is a size 10. My cost of goods for this trip were $1.62, I believe. Next up, I have this Splendid tank top. I spent $4 for this, and I'm really upset that I did it. It was one of those thrifting trips that I took before I started doing a lot of research on brands. So I've always known that Splendid had a high retail value, but I did not know that it does not do well on Poshmark. So I don't even know if I'll make my money back for this top because it is a very plain shirt. But I have heard that Splendid does well on ThredUp because it is one of those brands that has a very high retail value, so they're gonna price it pretty high. So hopefully I'll get maybe $1 or $2 profit. I don't have a lot of expectations, but if it ends up being a flop, then I might have lost a couple dollars, and that's okay. Next up, I have this Ralph Lauren career dress. It's very stretchy and flattering, kind of has this 3/4 length sleeve. I purchased this for $1.25 at Goodwill. It was 75% off. This was something that I was planning on taking to a consignment store like Clothes Mentor that's more catered to women's clothing because I knew that it wouldn't do super well on Poshmark, and I was correct on that assumption. because it has a couple likes and I've been sending out crazy offers for like 70 to 80% off, and no one has accepted those offers. So I'm really ready to send this into ThredUp and see if I can get a couple dollars for it. Next up was another thrifting fail. They are Banana Republic shorts. These are a size 4, and this was something that I purchased because I thought, oh, it's a great brand. Banana Republic is one of the best-selling brands on Poshmark, but you have to look at the pieces and make sure that they're trendy and that they sell really well. So these shorts do not sell well. They're very basic. They're definitely an older style. So had I been thrifting today, I would not have bought them. But unfortunately, I did spend the $3 on these. So I'm hoping to just get my money back. Next up, I have a Bcbg dress. This one is Bcbg Generation. I actually bought this from Goodwill for $5, and I was planning on listing it on Poshmark if it didn't fit me. I wasn't quite sure if it was my style, so I figured that I'd go home and try it on and see if I like it. It did not fit me at all. So I was planning on listing on Poshmark, but I just figured that it really wouldn't be worth my time to take the photos and everything because Bcbg is one of those slow-moving brands. So on ThredUp, their dresses will usually sell at a pretty high retail value, and people will profit around $10 to $15 for them. So I'm hoping to earn maybe $5 to $10 profit for this. Next up is another Bcbg dress that I bought for $5. This one is Bcbg Max Azria. It is this very vibrant yellow dress. I think a really good business casual or springy dress, but this was also one of those early thrifting trips when I had just gotten into reselling, and it probably wasn't the best purchase because I did not know that Bcbg was one of those slow moving brands. So again, I'm hoping that I could get maybe $5 to $10 profit for this. All right, my final thrifted piece are these Haan Ryder boots. I bought these for $8 at a thrift store, and I was very excited because they're basically new without tags. And I was thinking that I'd sell them on Poshmark pretty quick, especially with the fall season coming up. And I know that Haan sells really well, but I was doing some research on ThredUp, and I saw that Haan boots usually sell for around $80 to $90 or $95. And so people on ThredUp who sell them are getting around 50% profit. So very similar boots that have sold, it has shown that people have profited about $43 to maybe $50. And honestly, that would bring me in more money than what Poshmark would bring me in, because comps on Poshmark are around $30 to $40 for these Ryder boots. And it was just such a great feeling knowing that if I ever find another pair of Haan boots, or really any Haan shoe, that I can just send them into ThredUp and not even go through the effort of listing them on Poshmark and make the same amount of money and maybe even more profit selling them on ThredUp. All right, that is it for my thrifted itunes. Now I will show you all of my pre-owned items that will be straight out of my closet or other family members' closets. This first top is a Los Angeles suede tank top. It has this cute fringe detailing on the bottom. This is a boutique brand, I believe. Doesn't have a super high resale rate on Poshmark, so I figured I'd just throw this in the box and not even worry about listing it. Next, I have a pair of Levi's. They are the 710 Super Skinny. These are just classic skinny jeans. There is no fraying, no distressing. I wore these to work a ton, but they definitely don't have any puckering, so I'm hoping that I could maybe get a couple dollars for these. Next, I have an Out From Under tunic. It's kind of this waffle knit material. If you don't know, Out From Under is a brand that is sold at Urban Outfitters. This is going to be really hard to capture because it's huge. I'm going to cover my whole face. But it's very cozy. I wore this a few times to bed. Very soft. I'm just kind of over it. Next up, I have this Abercrombie and Fitch workout jacket. It's just this plain black, but it has some cute mesh detailing. I don't even know if I'll capture it, but right around the armpit and down the inner arm. I don't even remember when I got this, but I do know that I never wore it because it was way too small on me. So this is basically new without tags, so I'm hoping that ThredUp will accept it. Next up, I have this Nike Dry Fit, kind of a running sweatshirt. It also has this very cute mesh detailing, and this was another example of something that I got a while ago and it was way too small. So again, I never wore this, so I'm hoping that ThredUp will take it and get me at least a couple dollars. Next up, I have a Silence and Noise cropped gray jacket. I have a feeling that they might send this back because it's a crop jacket, but it kind of looks like a DIY project. So I'm not quite sure if they'll take this. If they don't, I'll just try to sell it on Poshmark. I believe I do have it listed, but this is an Urban Outfitters brand. So hopefully they accept it. If not, it's okay. Next up, we have a Project Socialty sweater. It has these cute cutouts on the shoulder and then also down here by the wrist. If you know this brand, you know how soft the material is. I love this sweater. I just wore it a few times and kind of over it after wearing it. So I'm definitely ready to give this a new home if they accept it. Next up, this is going to be kind of hard to capture because it's a longer coat, but it's this Jessica Simpson coat. Great for the upcoming fall and winter seasons. It's just this nice black jacket. Has these gold buttons. This I think I could get around $7 to $8 for. Jessica Simpson is one of those brands that, you know, you could find it at a store like Dillard's on sale, but their retail value is a little bit higher. And so ThredUp will price this pretty high. Next up is another silence and noise piece. It is this black romper. If you can't tell, I love Urban Outfitters, but this was my graduation romper. You can't really tell it's a romper because it's super flowy, but this is very cute on. You can dress it up or down, and I wore it a few times, and just thinking about the fact that I wore it when I was a senior in high school just kind of makes me want to get rid of it now because that was a long time ago. So this is another one that I am very excited for it to find a new home. I think ThredUp will accept it because it's still in like new condition. Next up, I have some Alala. I think it's Alala. I don't even know. Here's the tag. So this brand is sold at Revolve for sure, but I'm not sure if it's on other online retailers, but it is an activewear line. Next up is this Nike hoodie. I actually think that this is men's. Now that I look at it, I got it a really long time ago at Plato's Closet. Yeah, this is men's. So if you don't know, ThredUp does not accept men's clothing. So I will not be sending this in because they will send it right back to me. Yeah, maybe I'll just list it on Poshmark. Well, we're down to 26 items. That's okay. Next up is this yellow Kappa jacket. It is slightly cropped and in amazing condition. I wore this a couple times back in college, and it's just not really my style anymore, but it has the logo all the way down the sleeve. I believe that this retails for $90, so I'm hoping that I could maybe get $5 to $10 profit for this. Next up is a Wild Fox white jacket. If you know this brand, just like Project Socialty, you'll know how soft their material is. So this jacket is very soft. It just has a really weirdly large hoodie. I don't know if you could tell right here, but this is where the zipper is, and here's the top of the hood. Like, I just remember trying this on. It was gifted to me when I was like a freshman in high school, and it just wasn't flattering on me, and the hood was so heavy. But hopefully ThredUp won't take that into account, and they'll just see the brand and accept it because it's never been worn. There are no stains, and it's definitely a high retail value. So I'm hoping that I could maybe get $5 to $10 for this. Next up, this could use a good steam, is a Bcbg t-shirt dress. I have worn this a few times and it's just not really my style anymore. So because it's a t-shirt dress, obviously the retail value is lower. So I'm thinking I might get $5 to $7 for this. But because there are no cost of goods, I am happy with whatever. We have 2 more items. All right, this is another high school outfit. It is a Kendall and Kylie black romper, but I wore this a few times and it has absolutely no signs of wear, so I'm hoping I can get a couple dollars. All right, last item. All right, these are some Pacsun jeans. They are jeggings and they are new with tags. So I'm hoping that because they're new with tags, they won't hesitate to take them. They have a little bit of distressing. It is intentional. There's just not a lot of it. So I'm hoping that ThredUp doesn't think that I did that on purpose and that they'll just accept it and realize that that is intentional. But yeah, I don't think that Pacsun will sell super well in terms of a profit, but I'll probably get a couple dollars for these. All right, that is it for my items. Just to recap, I will be sending in 26 items. Well, it's gonna be 27, but there was a men's item in there that I will not send in. But you can send up to 30 pounds, and I am definitely trying to fill that box straight up to 30 pounds. So if I find a few other pieces, I will definitely throw them in that box. But I do ask before I go that you consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I post a lot of reseller content anywhere between 1 and 3 times a week. So if you want to stick around and watch more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. Oh, also, before I go, I almost forgot about this. I want to show you all something that I discovered on ThredUp's website. So I am recording on my phone because I don't have a camera yet, so I can't show you all like directly what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to include either a screen recording or screenshots on this video so you all can get a good visual. But ThredUp has a tool where you can look at similar listings that have sold and how much that seller made in profit. So if you go to ThredUp's website, go ahead and click on that sell tab. It should be right up at the top. And there are 3 options. You go and click the payout. And once you get to payout, you can scroll down and you can type in any brand that you want, and they will tell you if it is eligible for ThredUp or ineligible. So some ineligible brands include Forever 21, H&M, Old Navy, and a lot of other brands that just retail for a lesser value. So don't be fooled when you see H&M items on there. ThredUp will obviously still sell them if it's a good piece, but you are not going to make any profit. So I definitely wouldn't recommend sending in brands that are ineligible unless you're just trying to get rid of clothing. But if you're trying to make a profit, do not send those brands in. And if you scroll down just a little bit more after that, you'll see a more specific tool where you could look up specific brands and specific pieces, and they will show similar listings that have sold. So for example, you could look up Haan. And these ones are Haan Nike Air. I think they have a separate one for Haan. But I looked up Haan riding boots, and it showed me Haan riding boots that have sold in the past. And that is where I saw that people make about 50% of what ThredUp sells. And so people were getting anywhere between $40 and $50. So this was a very useful tool because I didn't know that a brand like Haan would bring in so much profit, or that something like Bcbg that moves so slow on Poshmark and doesn't sell very well can get you the same amount of money with less effort on ThredUp. So I would definitely recommend going to ThredUp and using that tool before you send clothes in so that you could get a good idea on what your cost of goods should be when you are sourcing to sell on ThredUp. Because cost of goods play a very important role in clothes that you're sending to ThredUp because you don't want to spend too much money. All right, now that is it for this video. Thank you all if you made it this far for sticking around, and just another reminder to click that subscribe button if you like my content. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you for the next video.